Hello. First of all, my apologies for not putting out a lot of content recently. I've had other things to concentrate on. To YouTube, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not totally against the police, so you've got no reason whatsoever to censor any of my videos. In fairness, you haven't yet. Well, I've got several topics to talk about over the next week. I shall be doing individual videos on each of them. So please bear with me. I'm not very tech savvy, so I do what I can. Today, I'm about the police. I've got a few notes written down so I don't lose myself. I'll try and keep it as short as I can. The way you've been acting recently, well, right from the bloody start, to be honest. You keep saying, and I keep hearing, they're acting heroically. Well, this is my opinion, and it is only my opinion. Biggest load of crap I've heard. Yes, there is one or two good ones out there. Our local force, West Midlands Police, you're just a shit shower. My local ones here in the town where I am, I don't have a bad word to say about them. My interactions with them have always been good, very polite, very sensible, and I big up on them for that. I'm not afraid of saying I'm in the Sutton Coldfield area, so big up to the Sutton Coldfield Police. I did have one interaction that I just came across, and I'm not saying they were local ones because I don't believe they were, but they showed themselves up to be the shit shower that most of them are. Masks in shops. Many of us are exempt. I am myself. I have breathing problems. Yes, I smoke. Don't help myself, but that's besides the point. When are you going to get it into your heads that he's not against any regulation that's written or that you believe to go into a shop without a mask if you are exempt? So why bullshit your way through excuses to try and get people's details, to get them thrown out of shops? Most of the shops around here are absolutely fine. They understand that some of us are exempt, and they don't have a problem with us. The only people that seem to have a problem with it is you. And you are in the wrong. People have offered you evidence on the spot that you're wrong. But you take no notice. It just shows you up as a bunch of cretins, to be honest. Again, the way you bully people, intimidate people into committing an offence. These are law-abiding citizens that you're criminalising, taking their hard-earned money that they haven't got at the moment. You know, the last time I saw anybody acting like this is in films and documentaries of 1930s Germany, because that's exactly how you're acting. And they tried to use the excuse they were just following orders. Their orders were unlawful. Proved. You know, everybody has rights. You don't seem to think so. Being out in public is a right. The way you ask people, you ask for an excuse why they're out. Straight away you're accusing them of being guilty of something, and they have to excuse themselves for doing so. Wrong. You ask for a reason, not an excuse. Do it the right way if you're going to try and do it at all. I read with interest the statement put out by the Met Police Commissioner. He wants to use body cameras to highlight assaults on police. You said you will use this as evidence against these people. Fine. I don't have a problem with that. If somebody assaults the police, they deserve to be punished for it. But on the other hand, we all have cameras now. We all have phones with cameras on. And there are hundreds of videos that show the police assaulting members of the public for no reason than being stood in public. Why are you not putting these out? Why can't we use these as evidence? Why are you not taking them as evidence against your own people? You say that people that assault the police should be held accountable and be publicly shamed in court and fined, even imprisoned. Well, how about the assaults by your lot on the public? You drop the charges on them, if any are brought, to the minimal, common assault. That can be just saying a butthurt word to you lot. But if we assault the police, oh, it's the full-on assault. You're just wrong. You're out of control. You have been right from the start. There are good officers out there. I understand that, and I do believe that still. We do need a police force, just not you idiots that are on the streets now. You're just turning people against you. You don't understand why people don't have trust in the police. Look to yourselves. You know, you're just bullies, revenue collectors. The only difference between you and the Nazi party is the colour of your bloody uniform, because you're acting in exactly the same way, and we will hold you to account. We are starting to hold you to account. All we've got to do is get rid of the corrupt justice system we've got and put in place one that has a bit of common sense, that works for the people like they should. Again, that comes under accountability. You know what I mean? You're out of control. Mainstream media will put out a story when a police officer, well, I reluctantly call you officers because you don't deserve to be called that anymore, most of you. It's ridiculous. The corruption in your own system is rife. It has been shown. It has been publicised. Not just on social media, other platforms as well. You know, I was asked the other day, oh, you're the sort of person that wouldn't piss on a copper if he was burning. At the moment, I would, but only if I could piss petrol, to be honest, because you don't deserve any help from the public at all. You're there to protect us. You're there to serve us. Try catching proper criminals, not criminalising innocent members of the public. You have no integrity with what you're doing at the moment. No empathy for the people of this country. You're just blindly following what you believe. Well, what you believe isn't law. And we're starting to use your own laws against you. And rightly so. People, I'm trying to keep it short, but you know what I'm saying. Those of you that have seen it, those of you that have been through it. Many have been fined. And I would recommend that every single one of those that has received a fine for any COVID offence takes it to court, fights it to court, show you where you're going wrong. You want the trust of the people. Give the people respect. Treat them as human beings, not as a cash cow. Following the narrative is going to do you no good in the long run. But, this is my opinion, and unfortunately, it's the same opinion as many others. You are wrong. It's just unbelievable the way you're acting. Unbelievable. Paedophile gangs. You've been collecting evidence for 40 years. You've openly admitted you've got 40 years worth of evidence. Why are you only just taking them to court? Why are you bailing them? You're not protecting our children. You're facilitating the bloody hassle against them and the awful crimes that are committed against them. Do you not see this? It's unbelievable. Anyway, people, as I say, I'm trying to keep this short, so I'm just looking on my list. You've got to realise Every man and his dog, every kid on the street now has some form of recording device. And I will recommend that every single one of those, whether they're involved, whether they're being persecuted by the police or not, film anything you see the police doing. If you haven't got a YouTube channel, if you haven't got an outlet for it, forward it to somebody that has. There are loads of people online that will happily put the videos out for you. I don't agree with the way some of them do it. But again, it's my opinion. There are what they call auditors out there. Some are genuinely trying to expose the police corruption. Some, I admit, are going out there just to get a rise out of the police for ratings and views. They get enough views that they earn money about it. I'm not about that. I don't earn money from my little channel. I never want to. I don't expect people to sub to my channel. But a view and a like or a thumbs up, thumbs down, either way, I don't mind. If your opinion's different to mine, that's absolutely fine. You have an absolute right to your opinion. And I respect your opinions, and I will fight for your right to have them. We've got to start holding these corrupt people to account. I will give a shout out to a few channels. I subscribe to them. I have found many bits of information, footage, with evidence of what is going on. One very good one, if you're against the police corruption and what they've been doing, police abusing powers. Excellent channel. He doesn't hold them to account himself, but he puts out the results of when they do get held to account by their own people on the odd occasion, and one or two have been thrown under a bus just to save face, but there's many hundreds of cases that don't even get viewed, don't even get aired, don't even get publicised. Police abusing powers does his best to open our eyes to these. With the view of what mainstream media are doing. Hugo Talks. Yes, he backs every story up with documented evidence. Clearly shows it on his channel, the fear campaign that the government had started against us to frighten people into compliance, because they believe not a lot of people are compliant with their false figures and false reportings. But that's for another video. Hopefully within the next week or so. I'm going to try and start doing Roger's rants a bit more regular now. I've had a few months to look at evidence, look at research, do research. But please understand at my age, I'm not tech savvy, so it does take me time to do this. Other channels, the Patriot channels about the corruption on the borders, what the government are doing to us, what they're allowing to happen. Active Patriot, excellent channel to watch if you're a patriot and you believe what is right. Little Veteran, another excellent channel, and he's been persecuted by the police himself on a few occasions, and he has proved them wrong in court with evidence, which is brilliant. This is what should be happening. Patriotic Crusader, like myself, he's only a small channel, but he does have the facilities to get out and about, do a bit of filming, and he himself is exposing what's going on. I'm just trying to think of a few more. I mean, there's hundreds that I watch, and there's over 50 I subscribe to get my information. Don't get me wrong, I do watch mainstream media. I don't believe anybody should be given an opinion or a view that they think about without looking at both sides. You won't get a balanced overview if you just look on YouTube or social media. You've got to look what's in mainstream media and then make your own mind up. My next video, my next rant, will probably be on mainstream media and government and the way they've covered things up and the ways they've gone about things, because they haven't been telling the truth, far from it. So my respects to all the people out there that do hold people accountable for what they're doing. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Film the police at every opportunity. It's just wrong what they're doing to us, in my opinion. So until then, people, stay safe, stay strong, and stay free. It's our right. Bye for now.